First race order finished from the top, 734-51628. That's 734-51628 on the bottom.
Alrighty, we are back and we are set to dive into an early pick four. I was told many years ago there is never a sure thing in horse racing, and at 1 to 9, it would not be the night for no plan intended.
Why
The
didn't you
next two
tell me that
best.
before?
Come on, Gary. But I just mentioned on the X feed, 2, 5, and 7, they popped off the page just to box them up and get paid. Anyway, early pick four. Let's do this thing. A $2,500 guaranteed pool pick four with Trotter starting things up. My ticket idea, the pick five play, we're still alive, by the way, because we did use a 2, 5, and 7
Yeah,
to
yeah,
start it
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Not a dig, Gary, not a dig. Trotters, race 2, 1, 5, 6, and 8. We're using Bodalicious, Stomper Tom, Take a Peek at Me, and outside the LMC, Mr. Squishy, using Pat Hudon, because the 4 scratched on out of there. We added in the 8. Over into the third race, back on the pace for the third. We're trying the 5 Arts Alive and the 6 Wicked Jewels. Fourth race, 3 and 9. I'm here to stay. The Legacy of Venus from the treading spot. Austin Sorey for Scott McEnany. And the fifth race, final leg of the pick four play. We're on 3, Captain Vanya, as well as number 8, Explosion. Now, 640, only 640 to come along for the ride on this early pick four at the river. Gary Guy has mapped out an early pick four ticket as well. Got another single here. Number 1, Bodalicious. We'll try to get him through the opening leg of this pick four play, and then he's opted for 4 deep. Races 3, 4, and 5 as top play. In the third happens to be number 6, Wicked Jewels. Kind of stands out there. The missing line being a 54 flat. Fifth best finish with Jay Harris on board here at the River Friday night. Using a 1, 2, and 3 to back up the 6 and the third. The fourth race for Gary is top player. Number 3, I'm Here to Stay, also including the 1, 4, and 9 to go along with the 3. Fifth race, another top player here, number 3, Captain Vanya, and including 1, 4, and 9. That's plans B, C, and D in that fourth and final leg of the pick four. 1280
And
is
Sugar,
his price tonight
can I
on
interrupt
the
also?
early pick four.
Can I interrupt and
Yeah,
tell you there's a claim in the third race on 6 Wicked Jewels if that changes anything
you
for
sure
anyone?
can, because people want to know.
There you go.
One
Wicked Jewels
claim
claim. Yep.
entered on 6, Wicked Jewels, in tonight's third. If you're mapping out your pick four play, that's some good info for you. One more ticket suggestion here. This is for our friend of the show, Connolly Ecclestone. 4 deep. Opening leg with a 1, 5, 6, and 8. Bodalicious. Stopper Tom, Take a Peek at Me, LMC, Mr. Squishy. Yes, indeed. We're on the same page, Connolly, to begin the pick four. He went 1, 2, and 6 in the third. He singles up. Number 3, I'm Here to Stay. I like the single there in the fourth. And again, Connolly says it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 with those trotters in the fifth, using the inside 3. And if you're in to go with Connolly, it'll cost you $7.20 to go along with him on his 20-cent pick four ticket idea. Good luck.
Field on post parade for race number 2. One, Bodalicious, semi-affiliate for Pam Forkin, Mindy Findling Repko. Number 2 is Belvedere Jessica. Dag Henderson drives and trains. The owner is Dr. Mike Veneri. Number 3 is Bonito Boy, Eddie Hensley for Ashley Hensley. Four is scratched. And 5 is absent at this point. Number 6, Take a Peek at Me, Lauren House for Jason Sherman and Betty Sherman. Number 7, Chris Rogers drives and trains and partners with Lori and Richard Ferguson. And number 8, LMC Mr. Squishy, Pat Houdon drives and trains for Scott McLean. Field of 7, race number 2. Oh, I forgot about number 5, Stomper Tom. Stomper Tom, Brett McDonough for Mike Armstrong and Rachel Burns. Field of 7, race number 2. Almost forgot about Stomper Tom, Sugar, and it is one that we both have on our top 4. But you know what? Not the top one because we're both aligned with Bodalicious.
We are going the way of Bodalicious here in race number 2 indeed. Sam Filion listed to drive tonight for trainer Pam Forgy. This one fitting the profile of many winners we've seen over the last 3 or 4 weeks at Grand River Raceway, and that is the Woodbine Mohawk Park Chip-In. And all those starts have been at the big track since May, and did pretty good to get a few checks, but in a little snug the last few starts, so gets to face some easier company tonight. And the betting public really getting behind this one at odds on 4-5.
Yeah, and well, I had a plan with the 2 chalks in the first 2 races. We could still get one for the pick 4, but the other one went down, and so the heck with that plan. But you know, we're still going to do our idea of trying to have 2 singles in every pick 5, and this will be one of them. It just happens to be a pick 4 now. How about number 6, Take a Peek at Me? Lauren House certainly got a peek at the winner's circle yesterday at Clinton.
Got a peek at it like 5 times. Number 6, Take a Peek at Me, I believe was going to get a pretty good shot here. Wonderful check getter for co-owner trainer Jason Sherman. Lauren House on board. This trotter has yet to hit the winner's circle in his 2026 season, but I believe he'll get a pretty good shot with these. The price is so right, 15-1. There's Lauren, and we should mention, Gary, Lauren has gone about his business very quietly this season, and you wouldn't know it, but recently he hit the 1,500 career driving win milestone, and with you on Saturday night, Georgian Downs, the $10 million in driver earnings plateau. So big shout out to Lauren House and all his family and friends on hitting a couple of really good milestones for a local driver here over the last month or so.
And also, Take a Peek at Lauren House. This is one that trailer post and nose on gate angle.
Oh, your favorite angle, man.
Yeah, so just something to think about, and Take a Peek at Me and Lauren House. How about number 5, Stomper Tom? I disregarded this one of the post break because he was a little behind, but you know what? You use this one on your 4 deep pick 4 in here. Stomper Tom is one that was stomping a little bit better here last time out late in the mile.
Well, we're going to call it going in the right direction because the 5 starts, the 5 chart lines before that 4th in his latest, there's not a whole lot to like about those lines. But again, with the 4th, last time out, he was 40-1 on that occasion. Now, horse players are on him to the tune of 2-1 tonight. I don't get that. Well, I want 6 at 7-1 long before I want the 5.
One thing
at
about
2-1.
One thing about Stomper Tom, if you go back to June 8th in the preferred class, he was 4-1 in the preferred class. So that tells you below what's on the program, there's some nice lines.
Right.
Stomper Tom is well down in class. The last couple were down, but he made a break in one and then last race. So how about number 8, LMC Mr. Squishy?
You and me both have lots of time for Mr. Pat Hudon. You mentioned he has a wonderful time racing
Oh
his
yeah.
horses, always smiling. He's on the outside looking in, but he's listening and he's liking what he's hearing because he's got a pretty good shot here with this LMC Mr. Squishy to go home with some money.
You know, I think you made a mistake not including a 3 Bonito Boy. This is one that drops down in
Okay.
class. You see this one second at Georgian Downs in this kind of a level, and that was on a track that was, not over, like it was off a couple seconds.
Wouldn't be like me to make a mistake when making picks,
Well,
so
I should.
you might be right on this one.
Well, yeah, I just love Bonito Boy. Well, I love Eddie Hensley and Ashley Hensley as well. It's a field of 7, race number 2. They're at the start and they're off, and blasting out Belvedere Jessica. LMC Mr. Squishy, Take a Peek at Me is driving well, racing second. Then on the outside, LMC Mr. Squishy. Bonito Boy is fourth away. Then it is back to Stopper Tom Bodelicious and Comma is trailing the field as they race their way on around the turn. And right now it is Belvedere Jessica at 50 to 1. Take a Peek at Me has got a good peek at things from the pocket at 11 to 1. And then LMC Mr. Squishy at 25 to 1 is third on the inside for Pat Hudon as the field comes off the turn and heads up towards us. Then racing position fourth is Bonito Boy, and they head up towards the half. Now, there goes Bodelicious now, and Bodelicious is hungry to come on and get closer, and LMC Mr. Squishy will provide cover to Bodelicious to out from third. They head up towards the half of a 27-4 opening quarter. Long shot Belvedere Jessica with the front. LMC Mr. Squishy is getting closer on the outside. Take a Peek at Me is in a good spot on the pocket. Bodelicious is racing on the outside, second over four. Bonito Boy is getting shuffled on the inside back to fifth. Then Stopper Tom and Comma is the period at the end of this sentence as they race on towards the three quarters, and it's Belvedere Jessica still leading at 50 to 1. LMC Mr. Squishy getting a little closer. Take a Peek at Me on the back of the long shot. Belvedere Jessica saving ground around the turn. From the backfield now, Comma is coming. Bodelicious, though, is going to pop out 3 wide right now. Three quarters, 127-4. Belvedere Jessica. Here comes Bodelicious, hungry to come on and challenge Belvedere Jessica, and is doing just that. Take a Peek at Me is waiting for the passing lane. LMC Mr. Squishy and then Stomper Tom on down the stretch. They come. Bodelicious on the outside now is going well. Bodelicious is going to drive on and pick up a win. Bodelicious and Sammy Filia. Then for a second, it looked like Take a Peek at Me. LFC Mr. Squishy. Stomper Tom was on the outside, 157-4. And Bodelicious, a nice steer by Sammy Filia, patiently sitting this one second over. And when it was go time, Sugar, it was really go time.
He had him in a perfect striking spot, and he followed that live toe up from LMC Mr. Squishy with Mr. Pat Hudon on board. And
Might.
no surprises in there. Bo Delicious, kind of much the best in there on some class relief, 157-4. His first victory of 2026. So he comes off the Schneid at the river. It's one of those ship in and win angles from Woodbine Mohawk Park.
And you might have the super. It's you're in with a bunch in
Just
there.
missing.
Just missing.
I think it's a 1685, and I was
yes.
going with the 1658. So we're close.
Oh, well then, what the heck do you know? I should forget it. But you did know enough to take Bodelicious along with me, although the plan didn't work out in the first dash. But here, certainly Bodelicious was the best.
He was much the best. They weren't going to beat him tonight. Lauren was able to work out a beauty trip there with Take a Peek at Me. Again, when they're a really good check getter, like Take a Peek at Me, you want to include that one in the hunt for some exactor tries and supers. And Lauren would not disappoint there. Again, big shout out to Lauren. I'm a big fan. $10 million now in driver earnings, and wonderful to see.
Yeah, I do see that 685, and those were your next three were 658. So as I said, what do you know? But you knew that Bodelicious was the best, and I think a lot of people knew that because Bodelicious was 1-5.
The Wolf has got a great lineup, Gary. Bring him back.
He's howling so far with Bodelicious, an 8-year-old swan for all brown gelding, owned by Mindy Findling of Repco. Pam Forkey, The trainer, Sammy Filia, the Wolf, scores in race number 2. First win on the season, 24th lifetime for Bodalicious, 157-4. Second race, payouts 1 Bodalicious, 240, 210, 210. 6 Take a Peek at Me, 380, 8 LMC Mr. Squishy, $4. $2 exactor, 810. Dollar try, 24.85. Dollar super, 79.45. $2 double of 5 and 1, 22.40. The second race order finished in the top. 165 scratch 4273. That's 165 scratch 4273 in the bottom.
Submissions are now open for the 2026 Youth Contest presented by the Bill Galvin Racing Alliance. Kids can win cash prizes and a VIP night at the horse races. To enter the Youth Literary Derby, write a story or poem about anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 8 as of June 1st. To enter the Youth Art Derby, draw or sketch anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 12 as of June 1st. The deadline to enter both contests is August 31st. Visit our website for more information and inspiration.
Field on post parade for race number 3. 1, Greystone Watchman, Jason Ryan for Francis Guimet and Nicholas Susi. Number 2 is Mr. William Austin, for Blaine McKenna and Susan McKeegan. Race number 3 is Harbor Light Jimmy, Andre Goy for Kyle Bossons. And number 4, Too Much Duncan, Wayne McLean for Beverly Rice. Race number 5, Hearts Alive, Damien McClellan for Terry Gallant and Max Webster. And number 6, Wicked Jules, Jay Harris for Francis Guimet and Jean-Francois Reed. Field of 6, race number 3. Number 6, Wicked Jules, that missing line, raced here from post 4 on Friday night and was 5th, beaten 3 lengths. Should mention Sugar came first up, and it was, even though it was 4th, no horse, the horse that was sitting 3rd, Piper Inch Charlie, stayed on the inside, so Wicked Jules came first up, grinded on up, and just eventually tailed off a little bit. Still a 29-2 final quarter, not bad, but 5th, beaten 3.
You're telling me that Wicked Jules was in against Pipe Wrench Charlie on Friday night?
Yes. Stroker,
Well,
Data Light Stroker, Pipe Wrench Charlie,
how's that for a measuring stick? And now facing $8,000 claimers here.
Yeah, but that's the key thing. It was a 12,500 claimer, so it drops down in for 8. And, instead of doubling up the first 2 races, probably should have doubled up races 2 and 3. I'd still be alive. By the way, a lot of money left in the first race, so it could be an interesting pick 5 ticket.
It could be. And, we're still moving forward here. I love Wicked Jules now, especially hearing what this one faced on Friday night. If there's a plan B for me, I think it's got to be the 5 Arts Alive, Damien McClellan on board for trainer Terry Gallant. But I think, Jay Harris, you just want to send this horse and go as far and as fast as you can and make them catch you.
Yeah, and we're looking at 1 to 9, so yeah, probably should have been singled up races 2 and 3, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. But you know what?
Yeah.
If you can get an upset here, if you could get rid of Wicked Jules if he's not fit after racing Friday night or some reason things don't go his way, Arts Alive at 16 to 1, man, you'd be alive on a big time ticket because that's you went too deep.
Yeah, I didn't want a single throughout this sequence, really, and I wanted a backup plan in case this 6 didn't fire, but Arts Alive is going to be it. Terry Gallant, a fine job of training the horses here in Ontario, and young Kate Brettoner, Damien McClellan on board, and I don't mind this horse's chances for a top 3, top 2, or a possible victory here in the 3rd.
And if you're looking for a reason to go against, you see him coming back July the 7th to July the 12th at Clinton. Now, look, trailer post, came first up. So there's a lot of reasons that he backed away that aren't just because he was on a shorter rest. So it's just if you're looking at that.
I agree. I mean,
correction, that's actually Arts Alive. What am I saying? Wicked Jules is the one we're talking about coming back on the short rest. But Arts Alive, had that win at Clinton July the 19th. The last couple races, not great, but, certainly is one that could come back and be. You look at 6th last time out, but beaten a length and a half.
Yeah, it did clock a trip in 56, and I mean, we've seen Wicked Jules pace 56 speed too at Grand River Raceway, so it's not out of the reach for number 5 Arts Alive to get there, and he does have 2 of those trailing spots in his last 4 outings, tracks in Ontario. Those trailing spots on the B tracks, they do no favors for any horse.
And the problem is we've also seen Wicked Jules race here in 52 and 3 from post 8, so didn't manage to get a piece of the top 4 that day, but 52 and 3, it's just because, unfortunately, the race went 51 and 2.
Well, following race number 1, one of the first things I said to you, Gary, there's no sure things in horse racing. So for me, another one here, 1 to 9, now 1 to 5. It's tough to get behind a horse, especially at this level.
What about number 2, Mr. William? Austin Sorey's already got a win on the card, and this is one that's got a couple of wins in 9 tries this year.
Austin, sorry for a good pal of mine from back home, Prince Edward Island, Blaine McKenna, is going to be training horses here in Ontario for a few more months. Austin Story, we've already seen him in the winner's circle, and they go back a long ways. When Austin was first starting driving in Prince Edward Island, many of the horses that he drove wore for trainer Blaine McKenna. So a good mix here.
And a
With
quick
Islanders with number 2, Mr. William. The price is right.
absolutely. And a quick thought on Harbor Light Jimmy, racing better of late now.
Oh, and your favorite angle and play off of 2 straight trailing posts, Gary.
Yeah, but he's going to have to flash some gate speed. I'm not seeing it. So usually from the trailer post to nose on gate, you like it better if Harbor Light Jimmy can leave. Maybe Andre Goy will try that.
All righty, here we go.
And the thing is also Harbor Light Jimmy is 0 for 18 in the win columns, would have to get off the schneid, but it would be at a price right now 12 to 1. It's a field of 6. They're all noses on the gate. Field is set to start on the rough, and on the outside getting out well is Wicked Jewels and Arts Alive, and also Too Much Duncan on the inside. Greystone Watchman, Mr. William. Harbor Light Jimmy takes back and is trailing the field. Greystone Watchman, Wicked Jewels still working on the outside. Wicked Jewels and Jay Harris is going to drive on now. 2 to 5 favor declared to the front. Greystone Watchman second. Too Much Duncan third. Arts Alive is racing fourth. Then Mr. William and Harbor Light Jimmy and Wicked Jewels has command now. 27-1 opening quarter. Greystone Watchman at 7-1 was able to secure the pocket, and Too Much Duncan is third. Arts Alive is racing fourth, and Mr. William and Harbor Light Jimmy, they head up towards the half. Wicked Jewels and Jay Harris is on the lead in this field of 6 as they race towards the half. Greystone Watchman right there second, hoping to pull an upset late in the mile. Too Much Duncan is racing third. Arts Alive is fourth and is still on the inside. Half 56 and 129 seconds play. Trailing pair Mr. William and Harbor Light Jimmy, and Wicked Jewels is starting to get away a little bit. Wicked Jewels has a lead of 3 over Greystone Watchman. And then on the outside now, Arts Alive has come alive on the outside first over, but has to make up a half dozen lengths. And then on the inside, Too Much Duncan, Mr. William and Harbor Light Jimmy. It is Wicked Jewels who continues on. Is Wicked to 3/4 in 125 and 1. Wicked Jewels, Greystone Watchman, Arts Alive. Arts Alive now is dueling to take second from Greystone Watchman, but all that pair can do is watch Wicked Jewels get away. Wicked Jewels and Arts Alive and Greystone Watchman. Too Much Duncan on the inside. It's all Wicked Jewels. Wicked Jewels is wicked good on this night and wins it by 5 or 6. Arts Alive second, Greystone Watchman third, and Mr. William was fourth. And, well, it is a 6-5 exactor, so if you needed to pad out that 2 to 5 price on the 6, you could have gone with Sugar, your second choice as well for the exactor.
Yeah, I don't think the exactor come back on a whole lot either. 2 to 5 winner. You're not going to get much of a price anywhere for the exotics in this. But when you mentioned this horse was in against Pipe Wrench Charlie, I looked at this field and I thought, wow, if Pipe Wrench Charlie was in this third, he would run away and hide, and that's exactly what Wicked Jewels did.
Yeah, and actually Day to Light won that race. You remember Stroker and Day to Light.
Oh, yeah, it's all coming back to me now.
So just in so much. Like I wasn't sure what to make of horses coming back Friday night to Monday, but you know what Wicked Jewels says, why are you worried, man? I'm fresh and ready to rock and roll.
You know what? Some horses, they don't mind the work. I mean, we were talking about Old Home Week in Charlottetown a little while ago. I come from a generation where horses would race night after night, sometimes 6 and 8 times through 10 days at Old Home Week, and they just keep coming back for more.
Well, in the old days, oftentimes double heat. I mean, some beach somewhere,
right?
Double heated to win the, at that time called the Confederation Cup, now the Juravinsky. It just changed
Right.
to 4-year-olds, but at that time it was 3-year-olds. And, yeah, he didn't care about twice. In fact, 149 and 2 in the second mile to win under wraps going away.
Amazing. It was outstanding.
Oh, I should have thought of that and announced that. It's a 6-5-1-2. And back in front of us is number 6, Wicked Jewels. Wicked Jewels. 7th win lifetime. 3rd this year. Wicked Jules and Jay Harris flashing a wicked ability here in this 3rd dash. Wicked Jules, a 4-year-old McWicked Bay gelding. And it's the 3rd, as I mentioned, win this year, 7th lifetime. Wicked Jules, 155-2. That equals his career best. Third race, 6 Wicked Jewels, 280, 210, 210. 5 Hearts Alive, 330, 250. 1 Greystone Watchman, 310. $2 exactor, $9.80. $1 try, $8.80. $1 super, $40.15. 20-cent super, $8.03. And fans note in the 3rd, we had a claim of number 6, Wicked Jewels, and the new trainer will be George Graham. George Graham claiming Wicked Jewels. Well, the owners will be Joanne Curnow and Grant Curnow, but George Graham, the new trainer. Third race, sort of finish from the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1 on the bottom.
Winback Farm graduates are born to compete and race to win and have made over $480 million and have won over 50,000 times. Yearlings for sale at Goshen, Ohio, Lexington, London, and Harrisburg. Featuring first crop yearlings sired by Meadowlands Pace winner Beach Glass, Adios Pace winner Cannibal, O'Brien Award winner Lawless Shadow, multiple O'Brien Award winner Tattoo Artist, and Dan Patch Award winner Volume 8. Yearlings eligible for multiple racing jurisdictions. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
Field on post parade for the fourth one. Remarkable Woman. Scott Calder for Sean Stacy and Hudson Standabrats. Number 2, Champagne Shimmer, Austin McEnany for Jason Darling. Number 3, I'm Here to Stay, Brett McDonough for Scott McEnany and Bradley Grant. Number 4 is Crown Park, Pretty Golliers for James Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. Number 5, Irish Eyes Are Smiling, Sammy Filliver, Blaine McKenna, and Susan McKeegan.
Be a second. He's behind the thing. We can't see him.
Number 6 is Quisp, Anthony Hahn for Julie Walker and Herv Kurek, and Sandrine and Victoria Kurek. 7 is Lady Roz, Bruce Richardson for Susie Kerwood and M&L of Delaware. Number 8 is Bet on Love, Damien McClellan for Vic Putty and Mike Horwood and Lloyd Stone. 9 is The Legacy of Venus, Austin Surrey for Scott McEnany and Bradley Grant. Field of 9, race number 4. Let's get a look at this field, and heavy money on number 7, Lady Roz. Neither of us have Lady Roz on our ticket, but certainly the fans are liking that. But The Legacy of Venus is the one that we both use high up on our ticket. In fact, on top for you, Sugar.
Right. I'm sticking with my 9 on top. I do have a circle around the 7, but I've got 5 circles in the race, and she did not hit my top 4. But I can certainly see why there's some 9 to 5 action on the 7. She just wasn't going to be for me on this night. I will go to a trailing spot for number 9, The Legacy of Venus. You're getting a Brad Grant owned and bred filly by Stay Hungry, Scott McEnany Training, Austin Sorey and the Sulky. And here's that formula. Ship in from Woodbine Mohawk Park, face easier, and go home with a win. That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, and you're seeing a 53-4 3 back at Mohawk with a 54-3 back half. So, yeah, you look initially at, 11th was way back. Yeah. Well, the problem is, just was, didn't get off the gate, but flashed that big-time speed. Now the question will be the Legacy of Venus, the trailer post, but you do see some gate speed if you look further down the page. But the question will be how Austin gets this one into play.
Well, Austin's no stranger to the winner's circle here at Brand River Raceway. I love the look of this filly, by the way. She's kind of thick, and I just like her look tonight. 5-2. I can get behind her all day long at that price.
I went on top with I'm Here to Stay, which is Scott McEnany's other horse, also owned by Bradley Grant, just because I thought might be able to secure a better trip. And this is one that raced pretty darn well last time out. Now, the one that beat I'm Here to Stay is one that I don't know if I'd be adamant about that one in here with another try, but did beat I'm Here to Stay after I'm Here to Stay did all the work, and Adamant got the enjoyment of the winner's photo.
Right. And you see who drove this I'm Here to Stay last time. It was Austin. So now Austin maybe had a choice in here, and he opts for the 9, and I think that's why I lean towards the 9 over 3 in this one.
Well, often going with the driver's choice because they know they know the pair of them, and
for sure.
So we'll see. But the thing is, I just wonder about the trip, and I know that I'm Here to Stay could get a better trip. Had a great trip last time out. Adamant got the job done. Finished second. Did I'm Here to Stay by 3/4. Still a solid outing. Others, how about one Remarkable Woman? Actually, a pretty good start last time out.
Yeah, the Sean Stacy Barnes been with us for a few weeks now, and they were able to get the job done with a first-time starter here last week that Mark McDonald drove. So on that angle, I opted for a Sean Stacy trainee with this one Remarkable Woman, a decent third behind the Adamant and I'm Here to Stay last time out. Just leave enough to find a spot up close and see what happens. It's the 10 Tornado on board.
Yeah, and Crown Park, Brady Gollier for James Wellwood. This is one that was in that race with Adamant and I'm Here to Stay and was fourth, beaten only a length and a quarter, sat the pocket.
Gate speed to work with. Follow along, see what happens.
And 7 Lady Roz. Why so much money on Lady Roz?
Well, Susie Kerwood, heck of a trainer, and again, it's another one coming in from Woodbine Mohawk Park and does show a $100,000 gold event on her program lines for Ontario Sire Stakes. So there's the factor at 2-1.
Yeah, and also the next start out, didn't fare well in the gold, but was second, beaten a length and 3/4 in 54-4 at Mohawk. So Lady Roz is
Meant
getting
to
a
be
lot
a
of
good
love.
one.
Yeah, and look, you can't love them all. You loved
Right.
the Legacy of Venus. I'm right back to I'm here to stay. I'm staying with this one, even though it got beat last race. Raced well. We'll see how it unfolds. It's a full field of 9. Field for the 4th race. You sent the starter off, and on the inside, Remarkable Woman is going to get out with Lady Roz and Bet on Love, and then I'm Here to Stay is 4th away. The Legacy of Venus is out well from the trailer post to race 5th right now. Then it is back to Crown Park. Quisp, second last Champagne Shimmer, and Irish Eyes are smiling, trailing the field. Lady Roz and Bruce has come on to get the lead. Bruce Richardson 9-2 with Lady Roz. Remarkable Woman is second. I'm Here to Stay is third as they work their way off the turn, and the field comes on towards us, and then long shot Bet on Love at 71 is racing 4th in front of right now racing 5th is right now on the inside, the Legacy of Venus racing about 7 off the lead. And then it is back further to Crown Park. Quisp, second last is Champagne Shimmer, and Irish Eyes are smiling, trailing the field. And popping out now, the Legacy of Venus has vacated the pylons and has moved up to take over 4th, but right now leading is Lady Roz. Lady Roz 9-2 on the board. Has a lead of a length and 3/4, half 57-4 off that 28-2 opening quarter. Remarkable Woman is second. Here comes I'm Here to Stay now, moving up as they race their way on towards 3/4, and then the Legacy of Venus is 4th, and grabbing 5th is Crown Park, and 6th is Bet on Love, but it's Lady Roz. Lady Roz, Remarkable Woman. I'm Here to Stay on the outside 3rd, up that 57-4 halftime. They race by 3/4 and 126-1. And it is Lady Roz, Remarkable Woman. And I'm Here to Stay is racing position 3rd. But right now it is Lady Roz. And Lady Roz racing with Remarkable Woman racing 2nd at 4-1. It is Lady Roz and Remarkable Woman. Remarkable Woman's going to try to storm up the inside, but Lady Roz continues on. Lady Roz got the lead and was there to stay. Remarkable Woman 2nd, Crown Park 3rd. The Legacy of Venus 4th, 155-1. Lady Roz took the money early, tipped us on the tote board, and you can't love them all. But you know what? I think you love Lady Roz a little more now after the race is over.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the early money was the smart money in there. Lady Roz, she took action all the way and was able to drift up to be a 9-2 price player. A lot of credit here for Bruce Richardson on the lines. This filly got a little bumpy gated going into that opening turn, and Bruce just with some kid gloves navigating her onto a lead, and from there she would not be caught. Nice maiden score here, 155-1. We talked about why she taking money, and we did mention her first career start would come in an OSS $100,000 gold event.
Yeah, that's what really should have tipped. But you know what? This is one that last raced July the 19th and finished 9th, beaten 21. So I kind of got to the point where I'm like, well, I'd like to see a start. Well, yeah, guess what? I got to see a start, Sugar.
Got to see a start. Here's another thing why I stayed away from this one. I mean, I mentioned I had 5 circles. They were on 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. They might have finished 1 through 5th, but Lady Roz, she had missed almost a month of action prior to this start.
Yep, July the 19th. So that's what kind of steered me away. But also finished beating 21. So you're like, geez, I don't know, man. And that was in the grassroots. But look, the start just before it, 54-4, and it did race in 53-4 in that gold. It's just the gold went so much faster. So, you know what?
Yeah.
I feel better now about my ill-fated idea on the Big 5 because it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered because I was going to watch a start on Lady Roz, and as I said, I got to watch Lady Roz.
Oh, if I could go back, I would think box up the 1, 3, 4, 7, 9, hope for the best. Well, this superfecta is going to come back and pay a really nice ticket. But again, lots of credit for Bruce keeping this filly straight and strong into that opening turn.
Yeah, and I backed number 3, I'm Here to Stay, and I guess tonight her name is I'm Not Here to Stay because backed off the top 4 to finish out of it. But Lady Roz and Bruce, 7149, the top four. Lady Roz, a 2-year-old Big Jim Brown filly owned by Emmett of Delaware. Susie Kerwood is the trainer. Bruce Richardson, the winning drive. Lady Roz, first win. Mile of 155 and 1. Fourth race, 7 Lady Bras, 1125, 6441. Remarkable Woman, $5, $3.30. 4 Crown Park, $8.80. $2 Exactor, $60.70. Dollar try is $153.50. 20-cent try, $30.70. We had a 20-cent super of $122.10. Fans note in the fifth race, claim number 3, Captain Wanya. Race 5, claim entered 3, Captain Wanya. The fourth race, order a finish from the top, 275, 386, 194. That's 275, 386, 194 on the bottom.
Winback Farm graduates are born to compete and raised to win and have made over $480 million and have won over 50,000 times. Yearlings for sale at Goshen, Ohio, Lexington, London, and Harrisburg. Featuring first crop yearlings sired by Meadowlands Pace winner Beach Glass, Adios Pace winner Cannibal, O'Brien Award winner Lawless Shadow, multiple O'Brien Award winner Tattoo Artist, and Dan Patch Award winner Volume 8. Yearlings eligible for multiple racing jurisdictions. For more information, visit winbackfarm.com.
Field on Post Parade 1, My Retirement Dream, prima donna for Eli Wagler and Wagler Stable. Number 2 is PC Peterbilt, Lauren House for Melissa Loyer. Number 3 is Captain Wanya, Garrett Rooney for Shannon Henry and Trevor Henry Stable and James Fleming. 4 is Good As Him, Scotty Coulter for Steve Coulter and Paul Coulter. Steve shares an ownership with Paul. 5 is No Angel Like Me, Austin Sorry for Candice Morrell. Number 6, Pinewood, Hanover Dag Henriksen for Quantum Farms. Number 7, Baden Baden, Jay Harris for Duncan Brewer and Randall Urquhart and Steve Deedy. Number 8 is Esplosione, Jason Ryan for Francis Guillemette and Nutriglow Canada. And number 9, Steamer, Steve Byron drives and trains for Scott and Vivian Donnie. Steve shares in ownership. Field of 9, race number 5. And it's a good field of trotters. Fans are not on Captain Wanya the way I thought. Claim entered. This is one that was on fire at Georgian Downs July the 28th and then followed it up August the 4th with another win. And Captain Wanya, that last one was in a class similar to this one, went to the front and made short work of the field, Sugar.
Yeah, and he now races for a $20,000 claiming tag, and one claim is entered on him tonight. I think 7-1 right now. Sure, it's a good price, but you're not going to get anything close to that come post time.
Yeah, had been with Kyle Boston's July the 28th, and then Shannon Henry with one start, that win, and then this start here, but the claim is in. All systems go. I gotta believe is coming down from 7-1.
I 100% agree.
Number 8 is Esplosione. Well, did race really well. Jamon, the one that won that last race, was a well-meant winner, but Esplosione second now has to deal with an outside post, but certainly off a really good mile. 54-4, good mile here.
Yeah, and I would tend to think there's some gate speed to work with for this horse. At fourth, last mile, quarter mile was 27-2, and sure, it's a little bit further out on the wings, but anytime you've got gate speed, if you're post 4, 5, or even towards the outside, you want to send them.
This is a nice bunch. No Angel Like Me is one that I didn't use because he's moving up in class. But, boy, the form is good. The last couple races solid. This one sent up by Candice Morrell. You get Austin Sorey, who's certainly having a big season.
No Angel Like Me. Nice mare. I mean, a decent second. Had old boy there last time out, the 55-4 mile, and that's right in the wheelhouse of where this mile should be. I think it's going to be a 155 trip. And again, No Angel Like Me, more than capable of fitting in with this lot if the mile goes like that.
She's only got one win in 29 on the year, and even last year, 3 wins in 40. But so a horse may be further down the ticket, but 14 runner-up finishes in the past 2 seasons compared to 4 wins. No Angel Like Me maybe as high up as second. Austin Sorey for Candice Morrell. Number 1, My Retirement Dream is one that I thought you might even use higher. My Retirement Dream, Eli Wagler certainly put some money into his retirement account with this one.
Yeah, here's another one more than capable of trotting a 55, if not a 154 mile. He got traveled a bit through late July and into August, went over to the Clinton half-miler for the Legends Day trot, finishing 5th with Doug Brown on board, and then over to Woodbine Mohawk Park where it got a bit tougher in the latest. Didn't work out for him there, so now he's back to a 5/8, and Brett McDonald reunites.
And July the 13th, he was here in a class similar to this one and was beaten by only one, and that was Victor Invictus, who was on a big-time roll at that point. So very game second. A lot of back class with My Retirement Dream.
Yeah, he's a good fit with these. Over $400,000 earned, and he is sure turned into the retirement dream for Eli Wagler.
I want to get to 2 more. 6 Pinewood Hanover is one that you used on the bottom of the ticket.
Yeah, Dag Henriksen, why not? Needed that last start after missing almost a month, so going back on the rotation and in from the big track. We've used that angle a few times tonight, and down into the grass here to keep him calm, cool, and collected prior to the race. You're going to get a price 8-1 right now, and I like him as a high five player.
I want to talk about 2 PC Peterbilt because 9-5 on the board. The last race here was in a preferred class, an outside post didn't fire, but you only have to go 2 back to see this one in with some good company, second to my buddy Sam.
That's right. Mike Saftik, recently inducted into the Horse Racing Hall of Fame. He drove this one to a deuce in the Legends Day Trot. PC Peterbilt going out for one of our favorite trainers, right? Melissa Loyer out of Ottawa does a fine job with her trotters and pacers, and a fine trot man in the race bike, Lauren House.
And then I'm glad we got time to get to number 4, Good as Him. I used this one way up on my ticket in behind the 3-1. Good as Him was not good last time out, outside post, but this is one that had been off since the 1st of January, one that was last year made 70,000 in 33 starts, has a lot of back class. Second start, Scott Coulter, Steve Coulter. I wouldn't be shocked if Good as Him was a lot better and was very good in here.
Looks pretty good going in behind the gate. He took some action this evening. I mean, last time out, he's almost 70-1. Well, the players are on him a bit at 11-1, leaving right behind the car for Coulter. You may be onto something, Gary.
It's a field of 9, race number 5. Well, we're on to a really good dash, a nice bunch of trotters. PC Peterbilt is the 2-1 favorite. But we both are on Captain Wanya, who has fallen, as we mentioned, was 7-1, now down to 5-2. Field of 9, race number 5. They are just about approaching the start. Field 4, the 5th dash. All in position. Field 4, race number 5. At the start of the rough and coming up well, Pinewood Hanover, and also driving early. That is No Angel Like Me. Captain Wanya on the inside wants to press on through. Good as Him is 4th right now. Then Esplosione and My Retirement Dream. Then it is PC Peterbilt, Steamer, and trailing is Baden right now. Pinewood Hanover at 6-1 has got the lead. Captain Wanya, though, is pining for the front and is going to drive on the outside, but now has to take back because Pinewood Hanover and Dag Henriksen says, why don't you just take a seat there, buddy, and I'll handle this for now. Pinewood Hanover has the front, and Captain Wanya is racing second. Then third is No Angel Like Me in front of Good as Him, who's right now got only 3 that are better than him right now. And then on the outside, that is PC Peterbilt, racing on the outside first over and coming on and giving cover to Steamer on the outside. Then down on the pylons, Esplosione, and then it is back further to My Retirement Dream and Baden on the outside. Half of 56-1 off a 27-quarter. Pinewood Hanover. No Angel Like Me now is moving up on the outside. No Angel Like Me is moving devilishly well right now against Pinewood Hanover. And then PC Peterbilt has trucked up into contention, but Captain Wanya is still in a good spot on the inside third on the back of Pinewood Hanover. Pinewood Hanover off that 56-1 heads by the 3/4. Pinewood Hanover. Center of the track, No Angel Like Me. And then rolling off cover goes PC Peterbilt, trucking out 3 wide down to the inside. Captain Wanya waiting for the passing lane. Steamer's kicking in late. Good as Him is blocked down to the inside, and then Baden as the field races with her way towards the top of the stretch. Pinewood Hanover. They are all coming now. Pinewood Hanover. PC Peterbilt way off the pace. My Retirement Dream is sent way out wide, and My Retirement Dream is closing hard, but Pinewood Hanover. And on the outside, My Retirement Dream on the inside. Captain Wanya. It's close between My Retirement Dream, who was way out wide, and Captain Wanya was way on the inside. And others were right there. It was a blanket finish. I'm not really sure, but I thought maybe My Retirement Dream, who came from way out of it, flying in the stretch, it'll be a tight between those two.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a too close to call.
Oh, I never want to do that. Where's the fun in that?
Captain Vanya along the inside had room to punch on through, though the best momentum was going to the one My Retirement Dream. I mean, Brett McDonald had this one swinging from the clouds.
You know,
He might have been like eighth or ninth when turning for home and goes 4 and 5 deep. I mean, we talked about it last week. These are the races that the announcers live for. They were coming from
yeah.
everywhere. Here's a wild 5, maybe 6 across
You
finish.
know what makes it so hard too is because there's quite a bit of separation. I feel more confident that it's
Right.
My Retirement Dream now. It's just that they're spread farther apart. It's a lot easier if they're just beside each other to get a better read, and whereas here there's a bunch of horses between them, inside and outside.
Final quarter 31-2. It set it up for a closer, but is it on the passing lane? Here's the slow mo.
No, that one's going to be bursting onto the scene here. Keep going, keep going. Oh, look at that. It's not
Oh,
even
by a head.
close. It's just, like I said, because of the angle, you're just
Yeah.
not sure because they're separated by quite a few horses.
Yeah, if they'd have been side by side when finishing up, it would have been an easy call for you. But when they're that far apart, one's on the grandstand side, the other's on the safety or on the passing lane. I mean, it's very tough to call that. Very tough to separate them.
I used Steamer on my ticket, 21-1, so that helps it. In
Look at
PC
you.
Peterbilt, none of us had PC Peterbilt, but probably an oversight because 2-1, and was really good at Clinton 2 starts back.
He went a big when PC Peterbilt was out every step of the way, Gary, and still right there in the mix.
It was a really good dash, and it's a 1-3-9-2-6 back in front of us. The winner of race number 5, it's won My Retirement Dream, a 5-year-old Il Sango Dream Bay horse owned by Wagler Stable. Eli Wagler, the trainer. Brett McDonald is the winning driver. My Retirement Dream, 4th win for My Retirement Dream this year, 12th lifetime, and well on down the stretch drive, you could have been calling Eli's coming because he was coming to the winner's circle with My Retirement Dream. Fifth race, 1, My Retirement Dream, 640, 370, 283. Captain Wanya, 520 and 370 and 9. Steamer, 920. $2 exactor, 58.20. Dollar try, 216.75. 20-cent high five, 530.57. Note we had a 20-cent pick 3 of 22.10, a 20-cent pick 4 of 24.94, and a 20-cent pick 5 of 134.88. And claimed out of the fifth race, number 3, Captain Wanya. The new trainer will be David King. Fifth race. Order of finish from the top, 142-675-983. That's 142-675-983 on the bottom.
Here we go. Into the back half of this Monday evening program at Grand River Raceway. It's been a good mix of pacing events, a few trots here and there. We've got one more trot, race number 9 tonight. But beyond that, 4 pacing events to go along with one trot throughout this Pick 5 sequence at the river. Let's dive into some Pick 5 ticket suggestions now. We'll bring it on up. And we're going to look at a 1, 5, and 7 on starting up this Pick 5 play on the pace. Keep the high 5 alive as on the rail. Brett McDonald tries to come right back after circling them with My Retirement Dream. I have never seen a move like that from that horse in my life. The 5, Snud Phoenix, I'm going to include, as well as 7, Hillary's Hit List. This filly likely going to really enjoy getting her nose back on gate. She didn't really have a whole lot of interest when leaving from the trailing spot last time out, so look for Hillary's Hit List to show some life. Moves in a spot now at the scratch of number 4, so 1, 5, 7 for me on starting up this late Pick 5. Over to race number 7, deepest of all in there. We're going to try Same Then Only Different at opposed to the 3, Sweet Mary Lou, the 5, Cherie, and outside the 7, My Tide. Not missing on My Tide tonight. 8th race, we're looking at 4, Hasselhoff, and 5, Talk Racy to Me. Too deep in the ninth, the Trotters, Timeout Riggs on the rail, fresh off his Legends Day victory. Garrett Rooney gets the call for Mark Etzel. Number 3, Jamon. Another one to consider, Scott Coulter on board tonight for trainer Sean Stacy. On the end of it, 10th race pacing event, number 2, Cold Creek Cali, along with number 4, Always Be Emma. That's where I'm at on the Pick 5 play, $19.20 to come along for the ride. Gary Guy, track announcer Gary, with his best go on a late Pick 5. Again, this one covers the final 5 races tonight. Gary, the opening leg, top selection. He's on board with 7. Hillary's hit list to show more early. Plans B and C for Gary, keep the high 5 alive, and Honey Wash, the 1 and 3. Deepest of all for Gary in leg number 2. He's 5 deep in there. The 2, same thing, only different, takes the top selection for Gary. He also includes 1, 5, 6, and 7. And then he's got a couple of singles in play. Race 8, singles up to 4, Hasselhoff. 4 deep for the Trotters in the 9, Timeout Riggs, Jamon, Our Royal Port, Patriarch Hanover. And then a single in the final leg, number 2, Cold Creek Cali is where Gary's at. And he's in to go for $12 even on his 20-cent wager. Again, a couple of more singles throughout the Pick 5 sequence for Gary tonight on this late Pick 5. Connolly Ecclestone, his ticket. He's got a single in the mix, the mid-leg of this Pick 5 play. So starting things up, Connolly's on the 1, keep the high 5 alive. You can scratch the 4, maybe give him the 5 in there in place of 4 in this opening leg. The 7, Hillary's hit list, is also going to make the play for Connolly in the opening leg. 3 deep in race number 7. The 2, same thing, only different. Number 3, Sweet Mary Lou, and 5, Cherie. Connolly single on this sequence. Number 4, Hasselhoff in race number 8. So Connolly and Gary both getting on the bandwagon for 4. Hasselhoff. It's that combination of trainer Gerard Demers teaming up with Austin Sorey once again tonight. 4 deep for Connolly. Race number 9 with a 1, 3, 5, and 8. So on the same page there with Gary on that 9th race. 10th and final, 4 deep for Connolly there with Laney Blue. Next door, Cold Creek Cali, 4 hole. Always Be Emma. And he's going to use a 6. Oceanside Magic on the end. And he's in for his favorite price. Back to $28.80 on a 20-cent Pick 5 play at the River. Best of luck on this late Pick 5.
Field on Post Parade for race number 6. One is Keep the High Five Alive. Brett McDonough for Scott McEnany and Jeffrey Brock. Number 2 is Mickey Moose. Austin Sorry for Anthony Beaton and Robert Jones. 3 is Honey Wash. Anthony Hahn for Julie Walker and Overseas Farm and Nancy Holmes and Karen Murphy. 4 Scratch. 5 Snud Phoenix. Garrett Rooney for Dominic Ladew and Francois Dupuis and Serge Leonard. Number 6, Shadow's Secret, Scott Quilliver, Lyle MacArthur, and Frank Grandinetti. Number 7, Hillary's Hit List, Jason Ryan for John Pentland and Sherry Sumner and Princeton Farms. Number 8 is Copetown Cowgirl, Brady Golliers for Rod Boyd and Dale Devine. And number 9, I'll be Bulldog Beth, Damien McClellan for Vic Putty and Mike Horwood and Kenneth Fisher. To field of 8, race 6, the 4 is out. Let's get a look at this field and, well, keep the high five alive. I tried singling in the first race and pick 5, and I wasn't able to keep alive, so I took 3 in here. But you know what? Maybe all I would need is the one Keep the High Five Alive.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm using the 1, but I'm going to back it up with a pair of them in here behind with 5 and 7. But the 1 does look great. Brett McDonald on board for trainer Scott McEnany. A decent second last time out. Passed quite a few horses and made up a lot of ground through that final 1/8 of a mile. And we'll expect a pretty good showing here tonight. Likely a favorite, but a 1-9 favorite? I don't think so.
Yeah, in fact, I even went against him on top, so my second choice in here. But, you know, Brett McDonald certainly was alive coming down the stretch last time out to come from last. It was last on that final turn and won. Keep the high five alive. Yeah, I wonder what the plan here is, because this is one that blasted to the front from post 10 at Mohawk May the 29th, but also, you see, was able to win here from a little bit off the pace 3 starts back.
I think she's probably just going to leave enough to keep herself warm, maybe sit the top 3 early. She's a big daughter of Cattle Wash. Just get her way up close, and she'll be in play at some point.
I went to Hillary's Hit List on top, and this is one that, boy, I tell you, was a big hit here July the 27th. Blasted to the front from post 8. Now, couldn't finish it because who was able to get the better of Hillary's Hit List? How about Keep the High Five Alive? But Hillary's Hit List did a lot of work from post 8 in that one.
Yeah, she's got a nice gate blast and 26-4 on that occasion. Maybe just a little too quick on that opening quarter to finish second best on that day. She does show 54 speed over the river. Last time out, I watched her closely from the trailing spot, and it appeared this filly, she wanted nothing to do with showing much interest, leaving from the trailing spot. She just couldn't get involved, and anytime Jason tried to put her in play, she just wouldn't move forward. So with the nose going back on gate, I expect a big one here.
Trailer post and nose on gate for a horse that can blast. We've seen that angle before, and Hillary's a hit list. She just said, well, if we're not going to leave, then I'm not interested. But I think she'll be plenty interested in here. How about number 5, Snud Phoenix? Went down to 3 Rivers, took a tour on down to 3 Rivers in his back.
Did pretty good there, too. Pretty good back half. Last quarter, 29-1. Marie-Claude Auger was driving. You're getting Garrett Rooney on board for trainer Dominic Ladew here. Snud Phoenix ahead for 4th. Then the 4 went and scratched, so that bumped this one up a spot for me. Snud Phoenix, worth a look. Pretty good check getter. Just the one on the board finish this season, but maybe Garrett Rooney can wake this one up.
And with the 5 bumping up to 3rd, I wasn't paying attention. Who did you bump into the 4 spot?
Well, I said let's throw another odd number in there. I went with 3 Honey Wash as a top 4 Penny Hahn for Julie Walker.
I went to that one actually on my pick 5, so I went 3 deep. Honey Wash, you do see a couple of decent starts here. 10 starts without a win, but at least a couple decent ones of late. You know who I'm a little interested to see how this one races? Copetown Cowgirl, actually. outside post. You do see some decent form, but just the overall record's not great. But boy, if you want to get one at a bomb, 35-1, Brady Collier's.
I think she's 35-1 because it's on the outside looking in, right? It's an 8-hole. If she draws right behind the car, she's likely more around the 10-1 price.
Or even less. But nonetheless, you're on Keep the High Five Alive 2-5, and I'm going to give Hillary's hit list a chance here. A chance, yeah. You know what? For your pick 5, why not? You'd rather have a 5-1 than a 1-2.
Indeed.
It is a field of 8, race number 6. Field for the 6th dash. Into the backstretch, gathering speed. Field for the 6th race. He's at the start of the rough, and Shadow Secret on the outside. Copetown Cowgirl is moving well. Honey Wash is second. Shadow Secret third. Hillary's hit list is fourth in the early action. Then Mickey Moose keep the high five alive, and I'll be Bulldog Beth. And Snud Phoenix is back trailing the field, but Copetown Cowgirl at 35-1 with the lead. Honey Wash steps to the outside now, though, and Honey Wash is going to come on against Copetown Cowgirl, and Honey Wash and Anthony Hahn is going to come on at 14-1 and take the lead from Copetown Cowgirl, who is happy to race the pocket right now at 35-1. Then racing position to third. That is Shadow's Secret, and Hillary's hit list is fourth, but is going to move to the outside right now and come on. And then Mickey Moose is fifth, and now Keep the High Five Alive is moving on the back of Hillary's hit list and is trying to close up. Then it is back to I'll Be Bulldog Beth and Snud Phoenix. 57-3 halftime, and they race throughout down the backstretch. It's Honey Wash with the lead. Copetown Cowgirl second. Hillary's hit list has advanced up to third. Shadow Secret fourth. Keep the High Five Alive is racing fifth. And Mickey Moose is sixth. But Honey Wash, as they hustle on toward three quarters, Honey Wash and Copetown Cowgirl. Hillary's hit list is getting a little closer at 2-1. It's still Honey Wash, though. Honey Wash, Hillary's hit list, and Copetown Cowgirl. Keep the High Five Alive now is going to sprint off cover. And here comes Brett McDonald repeating, coming from off the pace like he did in the fifth race, and it is Keep the High Five Alive is surging up on the outside. Keep the High Five Alive, Hillary's hit list, and Honey Wash down to the inside. It is Keep the High Five Alive, and Keep the High Five Alive. Brett McDonald again displaying that patience. Hillary's hit list was second. And then it was Mickey Moose and Shadow Secret 156 flat. Keep the High Five Alive. If you played this one alone in the sixth race, you're still alive, Sugar.
Yeah, Keep the High Five Alive. This is a really nice filly. I mean, the lineup did not come out like I thought it would. Not even close. I mean, I didn't see Hahn going to the top. I didn't see Hillary's hit list taking back to fourth, and Keep the High Five Alive. I thought, wow, are we looking at an upset early in this one? That was prior to the quarter. I didn't like the way the one got away, but just, she's still learning. Just her 9th career start, but what a looker she is, this daughter of Cattle Wash. I mean, Brett got her up into contention and unleashed her midway around that final turn, and wow, she's got a big motor under the hood.
Yeah, and she can be a big closer. We saw this one here back in July, was 9th at the quarter and closing well. Had a big back half in that one. Problem was they didn't go enough up top, 58 3-mile that day for 55 and 3 miles. So here they at least went a little more honest half, enough to make it open the door for Keep the High Five Alive.
She does have a few starts over the big track, Woodbine Mohawk Park, but she has been doing some work here at Grand River, maybe boosting her confidence because, she looked really good once again in winning here. 156 and not quite to her mark of 54-4, but I think there's lots of good things to come for this filly.
Yeah, and Brett obviously was very confident because he didn't show any eagerness. He just said, she'll be good late.
Training mile for cash.
It's a 1-7-2-6 on the board, and back in front of us, is 1. Keep the high five alive. A 3-year-old Cattle Wash Bay filly owned by Jeffrey Ruck. Scott McEnany is the trainer. Brett McDonald, back-to-back driving wins from off the pace. Races 5 and 6. Second win this season in lifetime for Keep the High Five Alive, 156 flat. Sixth race payouts: 1. Keep the high five alive, 310, 210, and 210. 7. Hillary's hit list, 260, 210. 2. Mickey Mouse, 450. $2 exactor, 470. Dollars ride, 27.35. Dollar super, 108.70. 20-cent super, 21.74. The sixth race order finish from the top is 135, scratch 74268. That's 135, scratch 74268 on the bottom.
Here we go into the final 4 on tonight's card of 10 races at Grand River Raceway. We're going to dive into a late pick 4 opportunity, a good-looking field of fillies and mares up next. Their non-winners, 3 races are 50,000 lifetime. Heavy favorite opening up here, number 7, My Tide. We love her chances in here. Let's get a look now at some pick four ticket ideas, ticket suggestions, brought to you by yours truly, track announcer Gary Guy, and a friend of the show, Conley Ecclestone. Myself, I got the 7 Mai Tide on top, but I'm going to include the 2, 3, and 5 as well. Over to race number 8, my top play in there, number 4, Hasselhoff. My backup plan is number 5, Talk Racy to Me. 9th race, top play in there, Time Out Riggs on the rail. Backup plan is number 3, Jamon. And on the end of it, I like the chances for number 2, Cold Creek Cali, to close it out. If not, maybe the 4, Always Be Emma. Only $6.40 on a 20-cent wager. Gary Guy with a late pick 4 ticket suggestion as well. Let's see what Gary's got cooked up for a late pick 4 at the river. $4 even. If you want to go along with Gary, 5 deep, starting it up. His top player, number 2, same thing, only different, also including rail starter, Better Bell, and then the outside 3, Shuri, Wicket Road, and Mai Tai. Gary single, race 8, number 4, Hasselhoff. He goes back to 4 deep in the 9th, using the likes of Time Out Riggs. His top player was Jamon, our Royal Port, Patriarch Hanover. And it's another single for Gary on the end of it with number 2, Cold Creek Cali. Again, $4 even on a 20-center. If you want to play it for $1, it costs you $20 even. One more ticket, Conley Ecclestone for his late pick 4. Starts it up with 3 deep, 2, 3, and 5. Same thing, only different, Sweet Mary Lou and Shuri. Singles up, number 4, Hasselhoff on the tickets of many, I'm sure, in race 8. Back to 4 deep in the 9th for Connolly. 1, 3, 5, and 8 on the same page as track announcer Gary Guy for the 9th and the 10th and final. Connolly goes the way of 1, Laney Blue, 2, Cold Creek Cali, 4, Always Be Emma, and number 6, Oceanside Magic also makes the ticket. $9.60 to go along with Connolly on his late pick 4. Good luck.
Field on post parade for race number 7. 1, Better Bell, Lauren House for John Chikeen and Robert Pooley. Number 2 is same thing, only different. Garrett Rooney for James Wellwood and Jeffrey Wellwood. Number 3 is Sweet Mary Lou, Brady Gollier for Paul Court and Jesse Dragojevic and Scott Edmond. Number 4 is Better Be Something, Scott Calder for Ross Batten and Margaret Batten. Number 5 is Shuri, Austin Sori for Jason Libby and Robert LeBlanc, and Pride Stables and William Beatty. Number 6, Wicked Road, Anthony Hunt for Meg Crone and Hunt Racing Stable. And number 7, My Tide, Sammy Fillier for Ben Hollingsworth and Cheryl Neulander and Michael Goldberg. Field of 7, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, Sugar, I thought it was a pretty balanced and wide open bunch, but the tote board seems to love Sweet Mary Lou. Your 4th one, and one that I didn't even use on the ticket. But let's get to number 7, My Tide. And, man, I've been loving this one in the past and just kind of feeling unrewarded. But look at that last race. I mean, that's a big effort for My Tide last time out.
Yeah, 8-hole. Took back the 9th. Made a move on the wide side, nearing 3/4, and would only miss by 3 parts of a length. She still managed to clock a mile in 53-2. Note her third quarter paced in 27-3 when traveling 3 deep. So for me, My Tide, we know she's got some gate speed. I'm looking to her left. I don't see much competition off the wings of the starting gate. So I'm thinking, let's go, Sammy. Let's blast tonight.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Because you tried it that way last time, and although it was a great effort, you do see the last time she won was on the lead 3 starts back in 52-2. So My Tide, the Tide may be coming in here from post position 7 and coming in quickly to go to the front, 9-5. How about number 5, Shuri? I used this one for second, so we both have Shuri second, although I went to a different horse on top. And Shuri is one that last race at Mohawk didn't go well. In fact, is getting away from Mohawk maybe to get things rolling again.
Yeah, back here for some confidence, right? I mean, she got over Dresden mid-July in 55 and change, so that's a big trip. And then she's got a back-to-back of 51 miles over at Woodbine Mohawk Park. Just a little bit tough in that latest. Jay was a winner in 150-1. No Shot Shuri was going to be close to that one on that occasion. So a softer spot. 7-1, decent price, and worth a long look with these.
This is one that's got some big closing speed, 26-1 on the end of 1 mile and 26-4 2 starts back. But also last race at Mohawk actually got off the gate very well, 26-4. So Shuri, I think is one that at 7-1 looms as a big possibility here. Austin Sori for Jason Libby, strong connections.
The thing is, she's a 3-year-old, right? There are a few other 3-year-olds in here, but taking on some nice older horses, and that could be the deciding factor when it's all said and done. I want an aged horse on top, that being the 4-year-old My Tide. I'll take the filly Shuri for second best, and starting to take some action now for Sori at 3-1.
Well, I went to a 3-year-old filly on top. Same thing, only different because I've been really impressed with what she brings to the game. She moved up to this class off of dominant wins in the nominators at 2 and battled first up last race and was really strong. Third beat in a neck.
Yeah, but what did it take out of her, right? She was first up for a long ways in there. She did stay on third by a neck, but, I think she's going to be raced a little more conservatively today. Being a filly, you don't want to battle like that back-to-back starts. I don't think she was on the lead, too, before that, and a very strong winner. But, again, I don't think they want to see her roughed up again here tonight, so maybe a trip off a helmet for a long ways.
I didn't use Sweet Mary Lou at all, and that's because a win 2 starts back was in a maiden class at Mohawk. Tried nominators at 2 at Mohawk last race. Raced okay. Good final quarter. Now moves into the nominators at 3. I just thought maybe she needs to see a start at this level.
She's overbet right now. She looks all right. Going out for trainer Paul Court. Brady Gollier's on board. Coming in from the big track, so maybe thoughts of facing softer competition. I don't see it that way, and I just can't get behind her at 9-5 for the win spot. I can use her in the superfecta all day long, but I want My Tide at 5-2.
You know what I can use for a spot is 6 Wicked Road. Now steps up one level, but was dominant here last time out.
Was too. That could be the dark one in here, and you're going to get a price. Anthony Hahn, he's got a right on gate. If he sends this one, look out.
Off of 52 and 3 last time out, up one level, but was really good and was under wraps at the finish. It's a field of 7. It is race number 7. Field for the 7th race is at the start of the rough, and Shuri is going to blast right now. Also getting out is same thing, only different. Better Bell, though, is on the inside second. Same thing, only different, is racing the third. And now Garrett Rooney will drive on the outside. Was thinking of taking back and tucking in on the inside, but same thing, only difference. I want to go, and is going to go right now. Same thing, only different, and Garrett Rooney is going to stride up and grab the front of her Shuri. Third is Better Bell. Fourth is Sweet Mary Lou. And then racing fifth is Better Be Something. And trailing pair of Wicked Road and My Tide is trailing 28 opening quarter. Same thing, only different. Has got the lead as they race their way up towards the half off that 28 quarter. Shuri is second. Better Bell third. Sweet Mary Lou is rolling fourth, and then Better Be Something, Wicked Road, and My Tide is back trailing the field. And popping up from fourth now, Sweet Mary Lou is going to work first over and come on, giving cover to Better Be Something. Wicked Road is also going to angle out, and My Tide has got to pass them all to win. Same thing, only different, 7-2 on the board, 56 and 4. A 28 and 4 second panel as well off that 28 opening quarter. Same thing, only different, Sweet Mary Lou. Better Be Something's on the outside third. Shuri has dropped back a little bit on the inside fourth, and then racing fifth is Wicked Road. Then it's Better Bell, and My Tide has to pass them all to win, but now has moved out. Same thing, only different, is still strong, but strong 3/4, 124 and 4 at 28 third panel. Same thing, only different, Sweet Mary Lou. Better Be Something on the outside. Better Be Something at 20-1. On the outside is closing hard for Scotty Coulter. Better Be Something. Wicked Road is kicking in late. Down to the inside. Same thing, only different, looking to dart up the inside is Shuri. As they come to the finish, same thing, only different, is dug in, though. Same thing, only different, is turned back. Better Be Something, and then it's Shuri and Sweet Mary Lou, a mile of 153 flat. Well, last time out raced from off the pace, and this time blasted to the front. Same thing, only different. Did score back-to-back wins before that third last time out, and well, same thing, only different. A 3-year-old that proved to be very capable here, Sugar.
Barry is right. Again, the filly beating some older horses there. I didn't think she'd be on top, but you know what? If the lead is there for the taking, take it. Especially just 28 flat, one of the softer opening quarter miles we've seen tonight. And, you know, when she got her half and 56 and 4, I felt she was going to be very tough to track down. Better Be Something at a big number, 20-1. Yeah. Closing up well for second. That would have threw a big wrench into those multi-legs.
I thought at the top of the stretch that maybe she was going to go by. The other thing that was interesting to me, same thing, only different, Garrett Rooney, there was a moment for about a second that I thought Garrett looked like he was going to take back and tuck in, but I think the horse was moving so well, I think Garrett quickly changed his plan.
He was considering taking back to whatever it was, third or fourth, but they weren't going any. Yeah. I mean, one of the softer opening quarter miles tonight that we've seen, 28 flat. So, like I said, take it.
Kind of like, well, I didn't really want to go to the front, and I was going to find a seat because the seat is there. But you know what? She seems alive, so I guess we'll go.
That was it. You know, if he doesn't take command of that field, maybe they're going to diddle and dawdle to the half in 58.
Yeah, and look. I mean, one of the things with these top drivers is they can change their plan of attack, and they don't have to just be one-dimensional with one plan and not be able to adjust.
Garrett Rooney is a wonderful driver for horses just like this. I mean, this is a versatile animal. I mean, she lived first up on the outside a long ways last time, was on top for 2 victories, and then, you know, he was going to race her from off the pace tonight. It was clear to see.
You wondered
but they just weren't going enough. He's got a watch in his head, and he says, I got to go.
You wondered if that last race took too much out of her. She seemed even stronger today.
She was very strong. She was just kind of waiting on competition. When the competition showed up, she said, I don't think so.
Yeah, well, back in front of us is number 2. Same thing, only different. 3-year-old Sunshine Beach Bay filly. Home for Jeffrey Wellwood and James Wellwood. James Wellwood is the trainer. Garrett Rooney, the winning driver. 4th win this year. 5th lifetime. Same thing, only different. Mile of 153 flat. Seventh race, number 2. Same thing, only different. 9, 10, 630, 370. 4 Better Be Something, 1550 and 720. 5 Sherry, 310. $2 exactor, 98.80. Dollar Try, 317.35. 20-cent Super, 380.90. Seventh race, order finish from the top. 7, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's 7, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5, 6 in the bottom. Well done. Post parade for the 8th. One is Make It Come True. Scotty Quilter for Guy Gagnon and Stephanie Gagnon. Number 2 is St. Lad's Mischief. Garrett Rooney for John Kennedy and Allison Kennedy. Number 3 is Whiskey Friday. Jay Harris for Francisca Met and Melissa Hendricks. Number 4 is Hasselhoff. Austin Sorry for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated and Marie Soleil Fontaine. Number 5, Talk Racy to Me. Sammy Foley for Jason Libby and Ronnie McLean. Number 6 is Artistically Simple. It is Brady Golliers for Jim Ellis and Kenny Ellis. And number 7 is Party It Up. Damien McClellan for Kyle Bossens and Daryl Newbegin. It's a field of 7. It is race number 8. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, number 4, Hasselhoff, is 2-1, although not the favorite right now. But Hasselhoff had a tough post position last time out at Georgian Downs. But you know what? It was no hassle because he blasted out. Now, he wasn't able to close it out, but it was a pretty strong performance, Sugar.
Yeah, very strong. 26-3 from the outside post 8 down to the half and 55-3. So you'd think he'd get a little tired on the end. He didn't pace a big back half, but he only missed by a nose, so he didn't pack it in all that bad. Hasselhoff, here's Demers and Sorry hooking up one more time tonight, and this horse will be on many multi-leg tickets, I'm sure, here in the late going.
Well, and I singled him because I know the guy that called that race, and he told me it was really good. So Hasselhoff, but you know, he could get hassled in here. 2-1 as the favorite. Number 5, Talk Racy to Me. Blinkers to Pelling Pacifier, and Jason Libby. Talk Racy to Me was really racy last time out, but then made a break.
Yeah, son of Better's Delight. There are a few X's that date back to late May, south of the border, and when coming up to Ontario, 2 of the latest 3 show breaks. So trainer Jason Libby, who co-owns, he opts to put a Pelling Pacifier on this horse tonight. Blinkers to a Pelling Pacifier, so I'm hoping that could be what this horse is looking for. 3-1 currently. Yeah, all he's got to do is mind his manners now. Stay focused.
Talk Racy to Me got stripped from contention with a break last time out. Talk Racy to Me does have a win in 13 tries this year. Little win shy, 3 wins in 39, but could come right back. Getting a lot of love at 7-5. Number 7, Artistically Simple. Correction, number 7, Party It Up. Maybe party too hard. I can't read the program. Party It Up. Damien McClellan for Kyle Bossens. Winless in 23 this year after having 8 wins last year.
Yeah, it was a pretty good deuce last time from coming from off the pace for this one. Son of Stag Party, winless in his 2026 season, right? Yeah. 12-1. I think he can go with these. I'm not sure he can beat them, especially from the outside gate, but worth a look at the try and superfecta.
I used him for second because he dropped down to this class for the last 2. The first one, when dropping down at Georgian, was competitive until late in the mile, was second when they turned for home, but then last race worked on the outside and kept digging and was second beaten just a nose here. So I think Party It Up is one that's looking to party pretty hardy here and at a good price of 12-1.
He did stay on pretty good last time. He was hooking up with the pace setter, nearing 3/4, and, he just kept on coming. He would not give up. So that was good to see. Party It Up at a price, one to consider.
I want to talk about the inside, too. We have a missing chart line onto St. Lad's Mischief, and a winner last time up by 3/4 of length in 2 minutes and 4/5. Brady Golliers had the drive, but Garrett Rooney gets the drive here. But Garrett's got a win on the evening and has a pretty strong record, 312 driving average. Well, it's going to be even higher when you add in that recent win.
I don't think there's much gate speed to be had here, so Garrett Rooney for sure will be racing from off the pace with St. Lad's Mischief. He's a pretty good free-legged son of sports writer. If he's close when turning for home, his chances improve greatly. Yeah, if he's within a length or two, he's got a heck of a kick on the end of his miles.
I'll tell you a horse that scares me in here is One Make Come True. I used this one third. This is one that was really, really good last year. 14 out of 25 in the top two. Only one top two finish in 10 starts this year, but last race was better. Maybe Make It Come True can come on now.
I'm just not a big fan of those final quarters, 30 and 3, 30 and 3 in his last couple of goes. And, there's even a 30 and 4 down the page. But Make It Come True took the early action here. Is it the smart action?
Well, equipment changes. Aluminum to steel shoes on all four and changing blinkers to blind bridle. And so we'll see what the plan is. But also 26 and 4 last time out at the quarter maybe is why this horse didn't close it up. We'll see if there's going to be a different plan.
Here we go.
It's a field of 7. It's race number 8. And the field for the 8th dash is at the start of the rough. Artistically Simple, Party It Up. Hasselhoff is going to blast out. Hasselhoff and Party It Up. Make It Come True on the inside is going to leave also. Make It Come True. Slim Bleed, Hasselhoff, and Party It Up. And then Artistically Simple. Hasselhoff's going to take back because doesn't want to hassle right now with Make It Come True, who's got the lead. Hasselhoff is second. Party It Up is third. Then Artistically Simple and St. Lad's Mischief and Talk Racy to Me. And Whiskey Friday is trailing the field. Make It Come True at 6-1, and Scotty Coulter's got the lead. Hasselhoff is racing in the pocket right now, 2-5 on the board. On the back of Make It Come True, Partied Up is racing third. Artistically Simple fourth off that 27-1 quarter. They head up to the half, and now Talk Racing to Me has moved to the outside. And then it's back to St. Lad's Mischief, and trailing the field is Whiskey Friday. Make It Come True as they race into the backstretch. 56 and 3 halftime. Hasselhoff is right there, nose to helmet, glued to the back of Make It Come True. Partied Up is racing third. Then Artistically Simple, Talk Racy to Me, St. Lad's Mischief, and Whiskey Friday. But it's still Make It Come True. Partied Up on the outside is Hasselhoff, elected to stay down to the inside as Make It Come True still looks plenty alive. Of a half of 56 and 3, they race by 3/4. Make It Come True, 125 and 2. Make It Come True. Hasselhoff is second and still nose to helmet in the pocket. Partied Up is racing on the outside third. It is Make It Come True. Now here it comes Hasselhoff wanting to hassle Scotty Coulter and Make It Come True. Hasselhoff charging on down the center of the track. Make It Come True is trying to hold off Hasselhoff, but it's Hasselhoff on the outside who found it to be no hassle to get by Make It Come True. Wins it. Partied Up is third. Then it is Talk Racy to Me, 154 and 1. Hasselhoff and Austin Sorry with the patient drive. I kind of wondered when he didn't step out and Partied Up was on the outside if that would end up hurting him, but no, actually Austin did a good job of noticing that Make It Come True was going to make it a little farther on the lead than you might have thought.
Austin did a real good job of keeping this horse brave in the pocket. I mean, if he wants to maybe move a little earlier, if he could have, I'm not sure the one Make It Come True wouldn't have come back on and held him off. Hasselhoff for sure needed a trip like that for victory. It bravens him up now, just a two-time winner this season. But that's a pretty good confidence-building win for him. After getting picked off very late in the mile last time out, he could use some confidence, and just what the doctor ordered. I mean, there's Demers and Sorry teaming up once again for another victory this evening.
Yeah, and Make It Come True raced really well. The equipment changes and got used last time out, and you said I'm not happy with the final quarter, but that final quarter, despite getting beaten, was okay because it dug in pretty gamely against one that sat on his helmet all the way around.
This horse was way better than he was last time out. So whatever Guy Gagnon was doing with him, showing change, tinkering with equipment, just keep on doing it because, again, he was much better tonight.
Yeah, we might see something. He's got back class, and he was really good last year. It just hasn't happened this year. But Hasselhoff, that last race, I said, I know the guy that called that race, and I thought he told me he was really impressed with him, so I went with that. Used him all alone. Hasselhoff 2-5.
Yeah, he's going to be on many multi-leg tickets. Hey, your Partied Up raced really good. I mean, again, wouldn't give up, wouldn't give in, stayed on for a good third, and then that 5 was minding the manners to finish fourth. So you pretty much touched on every
Well,
horse that hits the superfecta here,
well, my
Gary.
top 4 were 4715, but it comes
There you go.
4175. So what the heck do I know?
Yeah,
Got
you're
it.
all right.
Got it wrong. Hasselhoff, the winner, 4-year-old Captain Crunch Bay Gelding, owned by Tag Incorporated and Maurice Soleil Fontaine. Gerard DeBears, the trainer. Austin Sorry, the winning drive. It's the 3rd win this year. 6th lifetime. Hasselhoff, 154-1. Eighth race, 4 Hasselhoff, 290, 210, 210, 1 Make It Come True, 483.30. 7 Partied Up, 570. $2 exact or $9. Dollar Try, 21.90. Dollar Super, 63.65. 20-cent Super, 12.73. Eighth race. Order finished from the top. 257-1463. That's 257-1463 on the bottom. Field for the ninth on parade 1, Tamil Riggs, Garrett Rooney for Mark Etzel. Number 2, PPE, Pretty Golliers for Roy Jeffries and Ross Benner. Number 3 is Jamon, Scotty Gulliver, Sean Stacy, and Hudson Stanbridge, and Dale Larson and Stephen Downey. Number 4, talk show host Jay Hemmerth for Mary Lenberg.
He's taking his time coming out.
Number 5 is our Royal Port, Austin Surrey for Gerard Demers and Tag Incorporated.
No 6 yet. We're going to 7.
Number 7, the Barracuda, Brett McDonough for Gerard Demers and Antonio Tangretta. 8 is Patriarch Hanover, Travis Culliver, Jody Cullen, and A1 Stable. 9 is Like Chaos, Bruce Richardson for Joe Coffey.
Here's 6.
And number 6, Shadrach Hanover, Sammy Philly for Pam Forgy and Triple S Equine. It's a field of 9 for race number 9, and, well, preferred drive. And pretty interesting dash. The money has come to the outside. Patriarch Hanover, I didn't anticipate that. I think this is a pretty wide open dash. And number 3, Jamon, was really good here in the class below this one last time out.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with this horse after what I saw last time out. Things are heating up for trainer Sean Stacy at Grand River Raceway. He's been having a pretty good run over the last few weeks. Scott Coulter goes on to catch drive this one tonight. The gate speed is there, obviously. Was able to take control 27-2 from the rail, which is not an easy spot to be on top from. But yeah, we like the form and we like his chances to come right back in here. And the 8 right now, I just don't see it at 6-5, Gary.
Yeah, and look, I mean, I think there's elsewhere you can go, and it's a tough assignment on the 8, but number 3, Jamon, I think he's got a big chance to make it to 2 in a row. Certainly one that I'm afraid of. I used that one second, but my top pick is your second choice, 1 Tamil Riggs. And, you know, last race I knew the guy that called Hasselhoff. Well, I also knew the guy that called that last race at Clinton, and he told me that this horse was pretty good in that Legends Day.
Oh, Tamil Riggs went a big one to be third in there. It was, well, he did get to the inside, I believe, around the first turn, but he was out early and challenging. Chris Christopher was on board, pressing the pace. My buddy Sam, Steve Condren was leading, and it was just a wonderful race, really, by some Hall of Fame drivers, and Tamil Riggs would end up being third on that day, got picked off late by PC Peterbilt.
Well, we saw that one
earlier. Yeah. Boy, big one. But Garrett Rooney hopping on this one, Tamil Riggs. I got all kinds of time for this horse in this race.
Yeah, and a lot of back class. $8,000 yearling purchase. Mark Etzel's had a nice trotter. Tamil Riggs, a 9-year-old veteran with tons of back class. How about number 5, our Royal Port? This is also one, a 7-year-old with back class, more than $250,000 lifetime. It's Austin Surrey, Gerard Demers.
Ooh, the strong combo that's hit multiple times tonight. Our Royal Port, for me, I rather see him with his nose on gate. So here he goes. You got a big speed threat going from a trailing spot to right behind the car. Watch this horse fly off the wings. And for me, I think you want to use him in the top 3 because he's going to be racing right along up close.
You know how much we love that angle.
Yeah.
But it applies when the horse can use that nose on gate, and this is one that certainly can use it. And so gets off
Indeed.
that trailer post and we'll probably go right back to what we saw before that, being in the top 2 at the quarter in the previous 4 starts.
I totally agree. I mean, going from a trailing post to nose on gate and being a gate blaster, that's what you want. When you're going from a trailing spot to a nose on gate and you're not capable of showing any gate speed, then it doesn't really matter.
And, you know, number 8, Patriarch Hanover, well, I know a guy that told me this guy could race well from off the pace. Raced at Georgian last race, August 11th a win from off the pace.
Yeah, he was a heavy favorite on that occasion too, right? Very nice victory for Team Cullen. Pretty good record on his 9-year-old season. He's won 4 times, runner-up finisher 6 times from 26 outings, and already well up and over his earnings from last season. It's just that outside on the outside looking in, Gary.
Yeah, and but Travis Cullen, Jody Cullen off a win at Georgian Downs, and we'll see if he can back that up. But certainly this is one with 984,000 lifetime. I guess you'd say that's a bit of backlash, Sugar.
Might hit the million this year. One shot to hit the million. Tons of backlash, Gary.
Well, they are into the backstretch of Field of 9. It's race number 9. Field 4, race number 9. Is at the start of the rough, and our Royal Port will blast out. Gimon, PPE, Patriarch Hanover. Tamil Riggs on the inside now is going to move on up on the inside. His PPE is back to 5th, and 6th is Like Chaos, and 7th is Talk Show Host, and then Shagrat Hanover and the Barracudas trailing the field. Gimon has the lead. Gimon's leading, and our Royal Port is tucked into a good spot. Patriarch Hanover is 3rd. Tamil Riggs is racing 4th right now and works in front of Like Chaos, and then it is back to PPE, and then it is Talk Show Host and Shadrach Hanover, and then trailing the field as they work their way on towards us is the Barracuda, but it is Gimon and Scotty Coulter getting away. 28 opening quarter. Gimon is on fire early. Leads it by about 3 1/4. Royal Port is racing 2nd. Patriarch Hanover is 3rd, about 5 off the lead of a firing Gimon. And now Tamil Riggs is going to move out and get cover as Patriarch Hanover had to take out from 3rd and hurry up and get rolling because Gimon had 2-1. Half of 56 3. Gimon's got the lead. Patriarch Hanover is 2nd. Tamil Riggs is 3rd. And then Like Chaos is backing away now. Our Royal Port. Talk Show Host is 5th, but the field is spread out in behind Gimon. Gimon's going to fire by 3/4. That lead is shrinking a little bit, but it is still 2 1/4. On by 3/4 for Gimon. 3/4 was recorded with a lead of about a length and 3/4, actually 2 lengths over Patriarch Hanover. Tamil Riggs is 3rd. 3/4, 125. Gimon. Patriarch Hanover, Tamil Riggs, and then Like Chaos and Talk Show Host Gimon as they come on down the stretch drive. Gimon and Patriarch Hanover. Gimon just keeps on going. Gimon. Well, Gimon, as they come to the finish, just destroys the field. Patriarch Hanover, Tamil Riggs, and Like Chaos. 153 2. Gimon. How did I not have this one on top? Come on, Gimon.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I didn't get the memo from you.
Right to a seasonal best.
I didn't get the memo, but I'll tell you, well, last time out was really good here, 54 3 last start, and says, well, I can go more because this is up a class. That's what I wasn't certain about. Well, now I know.
Yeah, coming from the Sean Stacy barn, Scott Coulter took controls tonight, put him on the boogie, and there was never an anxious moment. I mean, something went amiss, but the pocket sitter, our Royal Port, I do hope he comes out of this race well, because that's not like him to back up abruptly there. So something for sure amiss with the 5, our Royal Port, but the next 2 and behind the 3, they were ones to figure in there. The 8 Patriarch Hanover was a solid 2nd. Tamil Riggs stays on for 3rd, but they weren't going to catch Gimon tonight. This one getting close to $500,000 career earnings.
Yeah, certainly a lot of class in this overall field of 9th. And Scotty opened
Indeed.
this one up past the quarter. I was kind of wondering about it, but, you know, when you look at it now, Scotty didn't want to let one of these other classy horses sit on his back.
Right. You mentioned it before the race. So much back class involved with this field. You know, our Royal Port would have been able to stay closer had he been himself. Obviously, it wasn't his night. He was something amiss with that one. So it allows the 8 Patriarch Hanover to move up into 2nd. Couldn't seriously challenge this winner. Tamil Riggs good enough to stay for 3rd. And you get Bruce at a big price.
Yeah.
rounding out a superfecta. But again, Sean Stacy, keep an eye on his barn going forward. He's been doing it well.
The barn is rolling in Jaman.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Jaman, 6-year-old tactical landing bay gelding, owned by Hudson Standardbreds and Dale Larson and Stephen Downey. Sean Stacy, the trainer. The winning drive to Scotty Coulter. The Tan Tornado storms them in the 9th with number 3, Jaman. Third win this year, 20th lifetime. Mile of 153 and 2 equals his career best. Ninth race, 3 Jaman, 623, 72.50. 8 Patriarch Hanover, 330, 280. Tamil Riggs, 290. $2 exactor, 29. $30 try, 42.65. $1 super, 500. 46.55. 20-cent super, 109.31. Ninth race silver finish from the top. 381-795-624. That's 381-795-624 on the bottom.
Submissions are now open for the 2026 Youth Contest presented by the Bill Galvin Racing Alliance. Kids can win cash prizes and a VIP night at the horse races. To enter the Youth Literary Derby, write a story or poem about anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 8 as of June 1st. To enter the Youth Art Derby, draw or sketch anything related to standardbred horses. The Youth Literary Derby is open to students in grades 3 to 12 as of June 1st. The deadline to enter both contests is August 31st. Visit our website for more information and inspiration.
Field for the 10th on parade. 1, Lady Blue. Austin Sorry for a man to win. Jim Fraley. Number 2 is Coal Creek Cali. Anthony Hahn for Mike Bishop. Coal Creek Standard, Chad Murphy. 3 is Stampa. Damien McClellan for Ashley Lenvoy. Theodore Davis. Number 4 is Always Be Emma. Jason Rye for Jacques DuPont. Number 5, Jim Ooh La La. Travis Cullen for Ryan Stewart and Joe Muskokaman. Number 6, Oceanside Magic. Sammy Filia for Anthony Beaton and David Lumsden. Number 7, HB Tourmaline. Freddie Gollier for Joe Pereira and William Gillen. And number 8 is Queest Phoenix. Brett McDonough for Dominic Gladue and Jacques Severson and Serge Leonard and Maxime Aubé. It's a field of 8. It's race number 10. Let's get a look at this field. And number 2, Coal Creek Cali is the favorite. Has had just 2 starts this year and just 5 last year as a 2-year-old. But boy, Coal Creek Cali in just a limited action has been a really good filly. And now 7 starts, 3 wins and 3 seconds in 7 tries.
Yeah, Gary, she came right off the bench late July to score in her season debut, 153 and 1 life best. She backed that up with a strong deuce in her latest. Now, she's been the favorite each time since coming back, and right now she's a lukewarm favorite with this field at 2-1 with Anthony Hahn getting the call.
Yeah, and interesting also, Jason Ryan drove the 4 and the 2. And Jason's on the 4, Always Be Emma. But I opted to do Coal Creek Cali, and we'll see what Anthony Hahn does with this one. This is one that I don't know how much gate speed there is. You do, if you look down the page, you see a little bit August the 29th. But overall, Coal Creek Cali has just looked so good that
yeah,
tough to go
I
against.
think the 2 can beat the 4 out of there, Gary. I think the 2 is all right for speed.
Yeah, well, the 4 is not exactly one that blasts off the wings, although you do see at Mohawk 27-3, but that's not overly big speed at Mohawk. But it is interesting to me that Jason Ryan is driving the 4 here, as he drove both the 4 and 2 in their last couple of starts.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking for things to, and also look, the 4
might be the DuPont angle there, and Always
Absolutely.
Be Emma. Been pretty good second in each of her last 3, so the form is there. Jason Ryan just had a decision to make, and
well, and
here he is in a 4th, and she looks all right too.
And sometimes they'll wind up driving the horse that they get the most work from. In other words, they don't want to lose drives, and so it might not be just specific to this race. It's a bigger picture item. How about we might as well get to number 4, Always Be Emma, because this is one that's got 3 consecutive runner-up finishes. Had the win here first start and then followed up with 3 runner-ups.
Yeah, you know what? This filly, she's just learning, really. I mean, she's only got 4 career starts, but really, what's she done wrong? She's been a winner once and a runner-up finisher on the other 3 occasions. So I can see what Jason likes about the filly, and I'm sure Jacques DuPont is pretty happy with her as well. Again, lightly raced, still learning, but she's turning out to be a very nice filly.
Yeah, and that race July the 10th at Mohawk closed it out with a 26-1 final quarter and a mile of 52-3. So she's a filly that there just might be quite a bit in the tank, and Jason Ryan's choice to drive this Always Be Mickey filly is this one's 2-1 on the board. So the fans are having trouble separating them, just as I did, and but I did opt to go to Coal Creek Cali alone on that pick 5, just because I had to decide to have one alone, and this is the way I went. How about number 5, Jam Ooh La La, because this is one that's raced reasonably well and has 3 wins of the year.
Do like the way she finished up her mile. She's 26-4, Gary, through the 3rd quarter. Last time out, when making a move, she tails off a little in the late going, 28-4, but that's a very nice back half, 55-3 to be 4th in 53-4. She's been a really good check getter Three-time winner this season. Worth a long look for this high five.
Number 8, Queest Phoenix, is one that July the 6th year in a maiden class was 8th of the quarter and came on to win. So I wonder if Brett McDonald's going to be flying late as he's done earlier this evening.
She's got a real good kick on the end. No shot she's racing up close in here. She's got to pick up the pieces late and see what she can get.
And a quick thought on Laney Blue down on the inside.
Yeah, rail starter, worth a look to finish up for a piece of the high five. I don't see her hitting the top three, but using that fourth and fifth spot of the high five play. Let's go.
And she beat this class July the 6th and got away with a pocket ride and then was a winner by a neck, so maybe the inside for Laney Blue.
Recalling.
Oh, well, we got a recall, but look, what I was mentioning about that Laney Blue is I know that the form since then hasn't been quite as good, but two of them were at Mohawk, and the other one was post 7 here. But if you go back to that July 6th start, got away second, and then was able to sit that pocket and come on and win by a neck. So maybe just thinking that this one's one to round out the ticket, we might be selling Laney Blue short.
Now you got me second guessing, Gary. Because I said to myself, well, I said on the broadcast, I'm thinking maybe fourth or fifth. But you know what? I'm just going to say let's box them up 1, 2, 4, 5, and 8, and see what happens here.
And she has some gate speed. You see that June the 26th, she blasted from post 8 at Mohawk to get the lead. Now, tired a little bit in that going, but still it was a mile of 53 and 2. But then followed it up with a win here in 52 and 4. So that race didn't tire her out. If anything, it sent Laney Blue up for her career best mile of 52 and 4. And that win, she's had 2 wins this year, but that 52 and 4 is her career best, and it came here.
Yeah, she might be all right in here. You know, one thing I always wonder about the recalls, the recalls don't seem to bother the aged pacers, aged trotters too much, but these are young horses. Like I said, few of them lightly raced, especially the 4 Always Be Emma, making her 5th career start. I just wonder about the recall on these young horses. What does it do to them? Does it change their frame of mind? And
I'm glad
do they get away?
I'm glad you're mentioning that because they're all 3-year-olds except for the one that we probably should talk about, 6 Oceanside Magic, because what the heck's wrong with her recent form? 4 consecutive top 3s coming in.
Oh, you really want to go there, eh? A 6-horse in a harness racing finale.
Oh, maybe I changed my mind. But look, this is one that was second beaten a neck to Laney Blue in that race that Laney Blue won in 52 and 4. And Oceanside Magic, it's Sammy Filia for Anthony Beaton. And she's the lone 4-year-old. So if these young ones are a little upset, she's had 29 career starts.
Oh, she's got a license to go with these, Gary. We should mention, right, just 2 cards of racing at the river this week.
Yeah. You know what? You're doing such a great job. I think you should take Friday off. In fact, you know what I told you where you should be going?
Well, I'm not going, but you know what? I've got a lot of work to do Friday night because there's 2 big cards I want to watch on Saturday. There's a big card Saturday afternoon at Pocono, like $2.3 million US in purse money for the harness horses. There's a 3-year-old Glamour Boys Max Hemp division there that's likely matching the talent that was seen in the North America Cup. And then, of course, you got the Gold Cup and Saucer card at Red Shores Saturday night.
Oh, yeah, and I love that last race goes around midnight.
Love it. Yep, they'll be post-parading underneath a spotlight. They turn off most every light on the grounds at the Red Shores Charlottetown, and it's really quite a sight to see.
Well, we're going to turn out the lights, but not before we run the 10th race. It's a field of 8 fillies and mares on the pace, and we've talked them up and talked them to death. It's time to quit the talking and let's get racing. Field for the 10th dash. Is at the start of the rough, and Stomp Up is going to stomp out with Jamulala, Laney Blue from the inside, Always Be Emma, Coal Creek Callie, then Oceanside Magic and HB Tourmaline, and Queest Phoenix is back trailing field. Jam Ooh La La has got the lead. Laney Blue is second. And racing position third, Coal Creek Cali. Then it is Stampa. Always be Emma, Oceanside Magic, HB Tourmaline, and Queens Phoenix is relaxed back there trailing the field. They race off the turn. Jam Oolala, 27-1 opening quarter, and Jam Oolala at 11-1's got the lead. Delaney Blue and Coal Creek Cali, and now Coal Creek Cali is going to come and call on the outside, but Delaney Blue is going to move up a little tighter in the pocket, and Coal Creek Cali is going to get back over to the inside to save some ground on the turn. Always Be Emma went off stride as they work their way up toward the half off that 27-1 opening quarter. Racing fourth is Stampa. Then it's a gap of about 4, Oceanside Magic, HB Tourmaline, and Queens Phoenix. Half of 55-4. It's a strong half. Jam Oolala at 11-1 is looking strong on top for Travis Cullen. Laney Blue is riding the pocket. Coal Creek Cali on the outside wants to come and call, but has to work hard. Now is about 2 1/4 off lead, but is moving and now getting some urging. Travis Cullen chasing Jam Oolala because here comes Coal Creek Cali. Laney Blue. Then a gap of about 4, Stampa. Oceanside Magic. Then back to HB Tourmaline and Queens Phoenix. And now Coal Creek Cali has come on. Cole to take the lead. Coal Creek Cali. Laney Blue is looming and is racing second, but Coal Creek Cali looks good. 3/4, 123-4. Coal Creek Cali and Laney Blue as they come on down the stretch drive. Coal Creek Cali is going to take this one. Laney Blue is a strong second. Oceanside Magic third. Jam Oolala and Stampa 152 flat for Coal Creek Cali. And Coal Creek Cali is one that was able to win here July the 27th. And then last race was second and now comes right back with another win. Just as a really nice filly, Coal Creek Cali.
Yeah, she's fresh. I mean, that's only her third start on her 3-year-old season, and she'll go home with a very nice lifetime best mark of 152 flat. I mean, Anthony Hahn looked very comfortable on board there, winning for trainer Mike Bishop. And yeah, really nice filly. Daughter of Dally. You don't see those 2 and 3-year-old fillies by Dally kicking around too much anymore.
Yeah, one thing was interesting. Anthony took this one out as they came past us, but then the way that Jambu Lala was moving, Anthony tucked back in to stay down on the inside third because he didn't have to worry about anyone coming on the outside. So I could take the short way around the turn. He saved a little ground, and then when it was go time, this filly was really ready to roll.
Yeah, they couldn't really make anything up on her late. The one Laney Blue was the only one that could kind of stay close. I mean, the lone mare in the field, Oceanside Magic, we touched on her. She would be third best in there at a price, and we'll never know. The 4, Always Be Emma, did roll off stride. Did she get upset about that recall? It's possible.
Yeah, it could be. And, also, we're going to have an inquiry pertaining to the stretch drive in 5, Jam Oolala, and a possible pylon violation. Got a little tired. We'll see if that affected things. But nonetheless, we both liked Coal Creek Cali. We went to this one on top, and she lived up to the billing. Ended up being a 7-5 on the board. So that was a nice outing for Coal Creek Cali. Sugar, we're going to turn out the lights after we get official here, and they'll turn out the lights on Saturday night. But before we do any of that, also, you better study it up for Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, got my program in hand. We'll do it.
It's a 2-1-6-5-3 top 5. Inquiry sign pertains to 5 Jam Oolala. And back in front of us is number 2 Coal Creek Cali, a 3-year-old Dally Bay filly, but Coal Creek Standardbred, and Chad Murphy. Mike Bishop is the trainer. Anthony Hahn with the winning drive. It's just the third start of the season and a second win on the year. 4th lifetime. Coal Creek Cali, 152 for a new career best. Fans note the judge's ruling that number 5 Jam Oolala did go inside of 2 consecutive pylons, however was not lapped on at the finish, so will stand fourth. It's a 2-1-6-5-3. Tenth race payouts: number 2 Coal Creek Cali, 493, 10, 330. 1 Lady Blue, 370, 370 and 6. Oceanside Magic, 520. $2 exactor, $9.90. Dollar try, 46.75. Dollar half five, 556.60. $2 double, $18. 20-cent pick 3, 208. 20-cent pick 4, $6.40. 20-cent pick 5, 11.01. Tenth race order finish from the top is at 215-843-76. That's 215-843-76 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Monday evening. Action resumes on Wednesday, our first dash, 6:20 p.m. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody.